All right, you guys, what it freaking do? Your boy is back on the grind. One more time, your boy is back at it again, you guys. And I'm going to make this intro quick because I really got to get some stuff done here. There's a couple things that I want to get done here first before I attack anything else. And we are pretty much at the stages where we are on the final cleaning of the rear portion of the car. And so in this video, I'm actually going to try to do it all in this video. Maybe not today, but put everything, all the clips in this video, which will be finalizing prepping the surface and then applying the rust preventative Por 15 and the paint on the rear portion, third of the rear end here or the vehicle. And I'm going to show you here what I'm going to use here as well to prep it and then paint it and coat it. So hopefully I can get it all in this video. I'm really trying to actually get this done, or at least the first stages, the coats on, before we leave for Thanksgiving, which is Wednesday morning. So I'm going to try to put an hour in here, or however long he's going to sleep for, my son. And then I might even come out here this evening. And then tomorrow, sometime during the day, and then tomorrow night, if I don't get any of that done, and then by Wednesday morning we'll be gone. So I'm hoping I can get this done, because if I can, that'll be a huge accomplishment. And then after that, all I got to do is attack the rear end and the gas tank and go from there. So there's a couple things I want to do to the gas tank. I'm actually just going to clean up the gas tank, just wash it, wipe it down, and then I got to check the fuel pump just to make sure it's wired fine, and I might be replacing it anyway. So anyways, if you're new to the channel, definitely think about subscribing now, hit the notification bell, all that good stuff, y'all. Mr. Griffin 23 in the building, working on this 87 Turbo Regal Limited here. So anyways, I'm gonna put this camera around, show you guys the first tasks here and finally getting some paint on this dang thing. All right, y'all, so here we go. So this is just actually just a spare bottle. It's not window clean, but my wife accidentally got the vinegar version. And if you guys have ever got this vinegar formula of basically Windex, don't get it anymore because it stinks. It literally stinks. And obviously it says vinegar on it, but she didn't realize that it said vinegar. She just saw window clean and got it. So anyways, it has been sitting in our work at our gym for quite some time because we don't like to use it. So I dumped it all out because I needed a spare bottle to put this stuff in. So this is metal prep. So what I've done already is I've applied this stuff here. That is this stuff here. So this is Por 15 cleaner and degreaser. It actually serves a lot of different purposes. I don't know if it says on here too, but you can clean fuel tanks, engines, holding tanks, grease traps, plastics, wood, fiberglass, painted surfaces. I mean, it does a lot. It's just kind of like almost like a soapy solution, but it actually, you can spray it on something and leave it there and it'll eat the grease off. It's pretty damn good. And I did that yesterday under the car here. So this is where we're at here. Let me turn on my headlamp. You guys can see it's pretty good. I've gotten it all pretty much clean and prepped and ready. You'll see some other stuff like attracted dirt. So like, for example, this area here. So you have paint here. Then you actually have undercoating from overspray, probably from this here, because I think all the Regals, they undercoated this wheel well here, the spare tire wheel well. And then I think that's overspray. And then the attracted dirt that's on there. So that's actually dirt that's kind of pretty much embedded itself into the undercoating over the years. So in order for me to get that off, I probably have to take a wire wheel to it, and I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to go that far with it. So, but everything else turned out pretty good, you guys. So this is pretty much the pre-prep work. The cleaning, I used a red Scotch-Brite pad to loosen up the dirt. Then I pretty much used those brushes there and toothbrush as well too to get in the small spaces. Took some Super Clean, which is this right here. Went to town, sprayed it off, then wiped it back down with some Simple Green, which is this stuff here in this bottle. And then I took some of, again, the cleaner degreaser from this bottle here. I let it set. You're supposed to actually let it set so it can kind of do its thing. And then rinsed it off. And now I'm to the point now where we wipe it down one more time just to make sure everything is good to go. And then now we're gonna prep the bare metal surfaces with this. So what this does is it'll finalize and clean up everything on the bare metal, because I went to bare metal on this here. If you saw my last video, I showed the picture of what it looked like before and I didn't like it. So I went ahead and took it down to bare metal. Plus, from this portion from the outside of the car, you'll be able to see this. So through the wheel. So I wanted to make this look as good as I could. So I took it down to bare metal, cleaned it, everything's good to go. Use the cleaner degreaser on it and everything. So now we're to the point where we apply this metal prep. Now what this does is it basically etches and really cleans the metal surface. And it'll leave per the directions, it'll leave a zinc phosphate on the metal like a barrier to help the Pour 15 adhere to the metal that much better. And you'll kind of see it form when you spray it on here, and it'll etch the surface and it'll leave kind of like a cloudy, sort of runny-ish looking barrier on it. And then from there, I think you're supposed to like leave it on there for like 20 minutes. You keep spraying it so it does not ever dry. So you have to keep spraying it every several minutes or so. And then it'll do its thing. And then after that, I think you rinse it off, and whatever's left is on there is left. And then you can apply your barrier, Pour 15. So got my Pour 15 in here somewhere. I think I showed you last video. So got that right there. Pour 15. Good to go. I got the semi-gloss. I didn't want to go too glossy. I'm not a huge gloss black fan on engine parts. Paint job, different story, but not on engine parts. I have some leftover in there that I'm gonna use, and then we're going to town. So anyways, you guys, let me go ahead and get this done. What I'll do is I'll set up the camera beforehand when I apply this metal prep so you guys can kind of see what I'm talking about. You just spray it on there and you keep spraying it on there and never let it dry. Let it do its thing for about 20 minutes and then you're good to go. But if you're new to the channel, again, definitely think about subscribing, y'all. Hit that notification bell, all that good stuff, y'all. Mr. Griffin 23 in the building. Let's get it. Let's go. Guys, I got the whole section cleaned, and now I have this all sprayed down and etched. And I don't know if you guys can really tell, but there's like a little cloudy surface over it, and I guess that's the zinc phosphate that's supposed to still be on there. So it'll look a little blotchy, a little cloudy, but it's supposed to be there. So I don't have access or availability to spray in here with a hose and everything, so I've just been using this water bottle here, and for small jobs like this, it'll do the job. So just spraying it down as the directions say. And since you're not supposed to let it dry on there, you're supposed to keep it wet. I didn't spray a whole lot on there. I was just trying to keep everything damp. So with that being said, it shouldn't take much to rinse this off. All right, you guys, so what I'm gonna do now is just go ahead and rinse the other side, just kind of let this thing dry up, and then I'll chime back in here and show you what it looks like, and then we'll get to the next steps. All right, you guys, so I don't have a whole lot of time to waste here, so I'm just gonna get right to it. You can see that I pretty much got it all clean and prepped. I used that metal, what's it called? Metal prep, and got that all prepped up and ready to go. So you can see kind of how it left that etching of the zinc phosphate in there. So it turned out pretty good. I'm actually just covering up these brake lines real quick so I don't get those so I don't get pour 15 on those. There, that should be good. So trying to do this before the wife gets home. She's at work right now, late night training some clients that trying to get their last little sessions in before the Thanksgiving break. So while she's doing that, I am in here trying to knock out at least this side. If I get this side done, great. If I can get both sides done, great. Because this is actually, no, that side is a little bit more than this side. So I want to get the lesser of the two in first, so I can get a coat on, and then I'll be able to come out later and try to hit it with another coat. What I'll probably do is show me just doing a little bit of it so you can kind of see how it goes on. Now this here is the setup process for the Pour 15. So this is what makes the Pour 15 stick to it the best. So where's my brush? With that being said, hopefully I got them all. I got everything good to go. And they said it's best to pour it in a cup or something like this, and not leave the can open. This is actually an old Pour 15 that I had, but because that way, I guess the air or something kind of breaks it down or something like that. I don't know what they were saying, but anyways, enough with the talking. Try and get some of this done. Try not to, oh, of course I spill it. I should have laid newspaper down. Oh, you know what? I probably should have stirred this. So the good thing about this stuff is it's self-leveling. So let me get a stick. I'm actually gonna stir some of this. So what that means is it'll allow itself to kind of lay flat and not leave a whole lot of streaks, from my understanding. Should have laid down some rags. Oh well. Oh yeah, that's better. I should stir it some more. Yeah, I was wondering, it wasn't going on very good. That's probably why I didn't stir it. And I don't think it expires. And I had it in a real tight concealed jar, so. Yeah, it's better. A lot better. So I haven't done this in a while, and I can't remember exactly how I did it. I think the best way is to kind of do this, so a lot of it gets on there, and then any imperfections or things like that, you can brush it out. But I can't really recall. But we'll see. All right, y'all, so just to save time and space on my phone, I'm gonna go ahead and stop this and maybe time lapse it so you guys can kind of see the rest, and then we'll go from there. All right, you guys, what's up? It is the next day, and I got what I wanted to get done. So I'm happy about that. I haven't even seen it yet, so I'm gonna flip this camera around and show you guys what I did. And then from there, we are going to go ahead and paint the truck floor pan, and then pretty much to that first third that I showed you guys a few videos ago, as far as what I wanted to get done painted from the back half of the car to pretty much right where the mufflers are. So I'll show you that here in a moment. Everything cleaned up really good, and the frame looks great. The Pour 15 worked awesome. The prep work to get it to adhere to the frame and the bare metal worked perfectly, and I think it's going to be there for quite some time, definitely for the life that I have the car. But let me put this camera on, show you guys what's up so I can get to working. All right, you guys, so here we go. So disregard the wheel well right here and the yellow tint of the light. This light is still warming up, so it should look a little bit better here in a minute. But as you guys can see, it looks pretty good. I did miss a spot right there. I'm actually kind of bummed about that. You can kind of see it. Yeah, you can see it right there. So what I did is I applied the first coat, and then the second coat, when I applied it, you're actually supposed to apply it. Let me see if it's, no, it's not even sticky anymore. You're actually supposed to apply it when it's like a little bit tacky, so you should be able to run your finger across it, and it's a little bit of drag on your finger. Well, I applied it when it was still a little bit more stickier than that, and I had to do that just because of the time that I had. I didn't have a whole lot of time to get it done, and I wanted to try to get this portion of the frame done and the other side done last night, so I could focus on spray painting the underside of the car. So when I applied it, the base was still a little bit sticky, so you actually have to really use the brush, and I use like a sponge style brush to really get over every single imperfection and you know, area like this, and I must have missed it. And then I saw it last night, and I tried to fix it, but I didn't want to ruin it even more, so I ended up just leaving it. So we have that, but I can live with that. All in all, I think it looks pretty good. I am happy with it. You can see the other side as well, back there. Up here, I still got some tape that I masked off the bushings and stuff like that. So what I'm gonna do now is paint that whole underside of the floor as well too. I'm just gonna go ahead and knock that out. Then at some point, I'm gonna knock this out too. I'm gonna do here is just scuff it up a little bit with a little soap and water, and then clean it up a little bit. I'm just gonna spray some I don't even know what type of paint I'm gonna use. Maybe I'll use my Summit chassis paint or whatever. I'm not really worried about, you know, going in on this side here. It still has the undercoating. You can see how it still has the attracted dirt on it. I'm just trying to get it a little bit cleaner, and then with the spray paint to make it look a little bit nicer. So I'm not, again, too worried about that. I just don't want it to be looking nice and fresh like this, and then you have that dirty wheel well in there. So anyways, my plan of attack now is to get under here and start spray painting stuff. I'm not looking for perfection, guys, just looking for a little bit better than what it was before. So I'll probably time lapse some of it, maybe video some of it, we'll see. But let me start getting this thing set up so I can get this knocked out, and that'll be the completion of everything that I wanted to get done before tomorrow. So let me knock this out real quick. He is battling his sleep right now, but he will eventually fall asleep. So let me get this done real quick, you guys, and I'll chime back in here in a moment. talk a little bit soft here because it is 12:30 at night and our room is right there, so I don't want to talk too loud because the wife is sleeping. But man, I got it done. Now, I know in a previous video I said that I didn't want to spray paint in here and whatnot, but I had a good method that I used in order to kind of get a lot of the overspray out. And since I was under the car, I didn't think it would come up from under the car and outside too much. But what I did to remedy that is I used some fans, some old box fans that I had, cracked the garage door open just enough so the air could go underneath from the fans kind of blowing it through, so there wouldn't be a whole lot of, you know, other wind and things kind of, you know, stirring up the overspray. And I also used a handheld little handheld vac that I used for like the immediate overspray. You probably saw me kind of wave it around in some of these clips. I actually started doing that a while ago to kind of get a lot of the overspray out so it wouldn't go just all over the garage. So it's a nice little neat trick that I use as well too. But it's late, so I'm gonna flip this camera around and show you guys the underneath, and then I'm gonna wait one more day to close out this video because I want you guys to see this during the day. I probably won't be able to get under the car because we're gonna be really crunched for time in the morning, but what I'm gonna do is take some photos in the morning, pop up the garage door so that way I have some daylight, and that way you can see underneath what it looks like, and it looks really good, you guys. So I can't wait to see it during the day. But let me flip this camera around and show you guys what it looks like underneath. All right, y'all. So again, that's the little handheld vac that I use. So like when I'm spraying with my one hand, I will hit that with the other hand, so that way it'll catch some of the immediate overspray. But you can see I taped some of the stuff off so I wouldn't get too overspray on some of those cables and whatnot. I still gotta clean those by hand because they have some dirt on them, but you can see how it all looks. I think it looks really good. Now, might look a little bit shinier over here. I had to hit it with the gloss black because for some reason the satin black, when I was spraying it probably on the other end, like through this gap here, I think some of it actually made it look foggy. So I don't know, it's really, really odd. You can still kind of see a little bit of it. I don't know, maybe you can't, but down in there. And I didn't want to spray too much in there, but it ended up working out pretty good, so I had to use some of that. Now a lot of that right here will come off when I clean, and then when I spray over it again, it'll kind of all blend in. So I really wasn't worried about the inner wheel well because I'm going to clean that anyway. But for the most part, it looks way better than what it once did. Let me get under the car here. Whew. And I think I got my headlamp on. Yeah, I do. So you guys can see what it looks like. And I think it looks really good, you guys. Get in the comments. Let me know what you guys think. This will probably look a lot better during the day, but it looks way better than what it did. Way, way better. Now you can see some of the undercoating and stuff like that. I wasn't able to take that off. I probably could have, but now you're going deeper than what you initially wanted to go. And I didn't want to go that deep, you guys. I mean, it's fine, it's protected. Nothing has gone through the initial undercoating, just like the rest of this car. I decided to keep it on, so it looks fine. I don't really care too much. It actually looks way better than what it once did. But yeah, y'all get in the comments. Let me know what you guys think. The frame turned out good. Everything turned out really well. And the angles aren't great since I'm on my back, but you guys get the point. Now you can see some imperfections. I wasn't going for perfection, just going for better than what it once looked like. And I'll give you a good idea as to what it looks like right here. Perfect example. You can see how nice and clean this area looks. And then look right there. Crazy, right? Crazy how much better. Just a little bit of elbow grease and work and time will do overall. So now I'm gonna have to go to the middle third of the car taking off the exhaust here. I'm not gonna take off the trans cross member or anything like that. I'm just gonna try to clean around it and clean it up the best I can. That's all I did right here. You can see how good it looks. So anyways, you guys get in the comments, let me know what you guys think. Looks pretty good. And if you guys don't have one of these dish heaters, I have a couple. They work phenomenal, you guys. I've been using these for a long time. I initially used them when our power went out, like a long time ago. Bought them from actually a friend of mine, actually a client of mine, who is now a friend. Bought them for like 25 bucks. And we used them during COVID when I was training outside in the park. We just plugged it into power. They work great, and they actually work great for heating and drying a lot of my painted items. So I use those for this as well too. So, but yeah, y'all get in the comments. Let me know what you guys think. Looks way better. One other thing I wanted to show you too. So I went as far as going up here, so you can see how this part is painted, the color of the car. This part was not painted right here, so I went all the way up here to you guys. Yep, let me see if I can shine a light on it so you guys can see. So all I did was mask it off. It went all the way up there, and I think that'll just adds to it, you guys. It adds a nice look. It looks nice and clean. So again, just a little bit of time, you guys, makes all the difference. Anyways, thank you for sticking with me, you guys. Again, a little bit of work, a little bit of time can go a long way. So get in the comments, y'all. Let me know what you guys think. Moving forward, we're gonna go to the center section. And at some point, I still have to do the inner wheel wells too on the rear here, and then we'll move our way to the front. Now, when we move our way to the front, I'll probably, after I put the rear end in and stuff like that, I'll probably back the car out, flip it around, so that way I can work from this end since I have a little bit more room. But anyways, you guys, I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. Again, if you're new to the channel, definitely think about subscribing now. Hit that notification bell, all that good stuff, y'all. Mr. Grumman 23 in the building, and this will probably be the last video I upload until probably after Thanksgiving, maybe sometime over the weekend or sometime early next week when I get some more footage. So, all right. So if I don't talk to you before then, have a great holiday. Have a great Thanksgiving if you celebrate. And yeah, let's keep it pushing. Let's keep it moving, you guys. This car is going to come out super clean. Oh, and one more thing, you guys. Got some good news coming for 2025, so you guys stay tuned. Can't unleash it quite yet. Probably won't say anything until we get closer to the beginning of January, maybe January 1st. So we'll see. Got some good news in regards to the channel and in regards to the Gbody here. So, all right. This is it now. I'm getting out of here. You guys know what to do. Like, comment, subscribe, share, do all that good stuff. Y'all, Mr. Grumman 23 in the building. I'm out of here. Deuces. Peace out.